Hey there kind people, it's me Eunbin. Welcome back to my review of I-LAND2 NA. Well, I noticed now they write Final Countdown under their name, so welcome back to my review of I-LAND2 Final Countdown, episode 10. I will start by saying I missed the first 15 minutes as I was busy playing TFT, but it didn't feel like I actually missed anything. And no one told me it would be live and there will be live voting. Interestingly, despite being live, this was one of the most entertaining episodes. I'm sure last 40 minutes were all about ranking and elimination. Still, I didn't feel bored. I mean, I was busy biting my nails and paying for now it makes sense where my 40 minutes went. Anyway, let's start from the beginning, which is the new round Selfmade. As the name suggests, this round focuses on their creativity. From the part distribution to the stage to the concept, they have to come up with everything. I don't need to say how much people like when idols contribute to their work. I mean, just look at fans of Stray Kids and 80s. I also personally like this concept. This way they add another layer of connectivity. Anyway, as Koko is first and Jeemin is second, they became the center and the leader. Do you guys remember when I said I wanted to see Jeemin as the leader but she didn't get the chance to show off her leadership quality? Well, somehow God listened to me. When I asked for money, a girlfriend or 1,000 subs, God is busy with other humans, but when I ask something randomly, I'm somehow God's favorite servant. Well, just make my top 6 be the debut team or keep all of them together. I know you can do anything. Anyway, Koko and Jeemin could choose their teammate. Jeemin's first priority was Jiyoon and Sujung, but Koko took both of them, also the song. They were given 9 songs and they could choose any song among them. If you guys noticed or not, in I-LAND2 they are using lot of songs that were also used in Are You Next? Bad Boy, My Bag, Four Walls, Money, Dala Dala, Fearless and Attention. And the funny part is, except for My Bag, Jimin was in the opposite team of those who were performing those songs. And here as well, except for Money, she is competing against those songs. So imagine how much deja vu she got during the show. She kept competing against the same songs. If I were in her position, it would become a trauma. I also noticed not only these songs, but many artists are also same, like CL. Who knows, maybe Mnet is trying to taunt Hive. After leaving Jeemin and Jiyoon, they actually deserve that taunt. Anyway, Team Koko chose Latata and Team Jeemin chose Into the New World because her team member really wanted that. Remember this part, it will come handy later. Now I will go stage by stage. First, Team Latata. I wasn't worried about this team. They have Sujung. Even in her sleep, she can make a great stage. However, this seems to be their main problem. Koko was the leader, but Sujung was mostly leading. I mean, what else was she supposed to do? Koko was struggling, so someone had to help her out. I really don't understand what they were trying to show here. Who is the target of evil aiding? Koko or Sujung? I don't know. I believe at that time Koko was kinda getting adjusted with them. She has some leadership quality. She was helping Jimin and Sebi when they weren't even in the same team. Maybe she lacks in handling situation, but she is good when other team members need support, which we saw later in the episode. Also, we found third member of Koko's top 6, which is Juwon, and finally Juwon got some screen time. After part 1, Koko's shadow had more screen time than Jiyoon. Well, today she got screen time because of Koko. Do better, Mnet. Moving on to their performance today, I feel like they used a pre-recorded stage. It was live, so that makes sense. Or somehow they all became really stable. Who knows? Before you guys come after me, they did this before. Actually, many shows did this before, mostly when they broadcast it live. They do perform live, but for TV audiences, they switch between pre-recorded and live stage. When it's a white shot, they show the live stage because they need to show the audience. But when it's closer, they use the pre-recorded stage. Now they also call some audience for pre-recording, so there is also a possibility that the whole stage was pre-recorded. Anyway, as you guys probably guessed, it was a great stage. There were some parts that really felt live. I mean, even if it was pre-recorded, they performed live there as well. The stage itself looked so dreamy and gorgeous. Also, the costume, they really gave Jiyoon and Jungeun the best clothes. They were really beautiful. And gorgeous Jiyoon, when she started singing she stole my heart for 268 times. I usually don't talk about dresses, but this time I have to. They made sure everyone looked cool, but what did they give to Sujung? Comparing to others, her clothing looked really boring. And considering she had the dance break, she should have gotten one of the best dresses. Sujung deserves better. On to the next team, which was Into the New World team. Here we saw Jimin was thinking as a team, but others weren't on the same page. One of them was Gyuri, who got massively highlighted for this reason. Before you guys come at her, actually you guys already did, but she was right here. Here Jimin is the one who is wrong. She didn't learn from part 1. This is the last moment. She has to be greedy. She can be a kind leader when they debut, but till then she needs to think only for herself. Others who were thinking about themselves weren't wrong, but of course, as I said before, I don't share the same view because I believe in teamwork. All this time I was saying I want Jimin to be debut group's leader, but I think Jiyoon really fits the title leader. Just thinking about your members is not leadership. As a leader, you should have the courage to speak up when one of your members is going in a wrong direction. I believe among them only Jiyoon has that quality. About Gyuri's ability, they definitely try to show things dramatically. Some of her action might not be the best, but she apologized later for that, so I feel everything is great now. Before the performance, my only concern was Sarang. I was hoping she just wouldn't mess up. Then I remembered the pre-recording thing. Yeah, they also gave a solid, stable performance. I want to believe it was live because Mai did really well. The whole time I was waiting to see this Mai, and I finally got it. I really like this team's setup. In the intro, they gave an introduction of themselves and showed how many days it's been since they became trainees. Then they transitioned to them singing one by one and then gathering together for the chorus. This was amazing. As we saw them grow in the show and they gave a performance where they tell their story, I feel that way we really felt connected with the stage. Everyone did their best, everyone had a part to shine, and they definitely did. However, Fuko stole the performance. Her ad-libs and the high notes were the highlights, so no doubt she was the best. After that comes the elimination. Actually, after that comes the pajama party, which was entertaining, but there wasn't anything valuable to us other than Sebi is a playgirl. And they already showed the pajama party in the semi-final. I really wonder what they left for the final. How can they top this episode? Anyway, the elimination, 3 people were saved by the audience's vote and other 7 were chosen by the producers, and the producers just discussed it for 10 seconds and they legit want us to believe it was their decision. They might also have an in-ear and someone in the back making all the decision. However, wasn't this supposed to be 50% audience and 50% producers? But it was a 30-70 split. How is that fair? Now we can vote for only one person, so if in the final they say only one will be selected by the audience and other 5 will be producers pick, then this will be really messed up. Anyway, Jimin, Jungeun and Jiyoon were the audience's pick. Jimin and Jiyoon were expected, but Jungeun continuously got low score in the last 2 rounds. Her being second was a bit shocking, but I love it. Then Fuko, Koko and Gyuri were producers' top 3 pick. If you remember my last video, I predicted this. Fuko is definitely their permanent pick. Mai and Sebi just need to somehow impress the producers. I wonder how. And aren't these 3 producers' pick almost fixed? I mean, they just have the final. I can understand the audience's pick might change, but how could they change the producer's perspective just by one performance? Or maybe that's what they want us to think. They chose Sebi late just so they can make it more thrilling and make Sebi stand try their best. Anyway, Juwon and Sujung got eliminated. Considering the last 2 performances and rankings, it was expected, but it is a shame. Sujung just had her best stage and also got her redemption arc. She had to be eliminated in the same episode, but I think it was the best outcome. If you guys remember, Juwon was in my top 3, but I removed her because I think she can do well outside. She has that potential. Others need this show more than her. Anyway, it seems like most people found their dream lineup, which is Jimin, Jungeun, Jiyoon, Koko, Fuko and Sebi. I saw most people saying they want this lineup, and the ranking based on the fan voting was the exact same order. The audience seems to know what is good. However, the last time we saw the audiences made the perfect choice was in Are You Next's final when they revealed the initial voting. That didn't end well, to be honest. The producers somehow messed up there, so I hope we won't see the same here. Anyway, here is my top 6 before the final. First Bang Jimin, second Jeemin, third Fuko, fourth Jung Sebi, fifth Che Jungeun, and sixth Mai. Koko is in 7th, Yuju 8th, Sarang 9th, and Gyuri is in 10th. She is still so young, she can debut somewhere else. It seems like Jiyoon, Jimin and Jungeun are going to debut. I hope Mai can debut too, otherwise it will be really sad for her. Her other 3 peers debuted but not her. We saw the same in Are You Next. Yuna and Minju got to debut but not Jimin. Anyway, keep voting. I really wanted to do I-LAND2 award, but I was a bit busy. I couldn't make a form. I will try to make a short form. If I made one, you will find it in the description or in the pinned comment. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next week. Until then, have an awesome life.